Let's see what type of music we can make using Fortnite.
Let's import the pump shotgun sound. Let's crop the file. Let's add a gate. Let's cut off the high end for our kick sound. We're going to isolate the middle frequencies for the snare. Here's our hi-hat. Thank y'all for the continued support in this series. This is episode 111. And as usual, if you have a sound you want me to try and make music out of, let me know in the comments. Let's pitch down the kick. Here's the groove. Let's pitch up the snare and turn down the length. Here's the groove now. Let's pitch up the hi-hat and turn down the length. Add a compressor and some reverb, and here's our drum kit.
Let's see what type of music we can make using Glow Hockey.
Let's start with the paddle noise. Let's run it through a gate and a compressor. Here's our kick. Next is the puck hitting the wall. Let's add a gate, and here's our snare sound. Do the same thing with this sound. Crop the sound of the goal so it sounds like this. Pitch down the kick, sounds like this. We're going to keep the snare sound the same. Let's turn down the length and pitch up the hi-hat. I imported the goal twice so we can get two different pitches. Add a compressor and some reverb, and here's a drum kit. Hold up, I got an idea. Let's add a delay plugin. Now here's our finished drum kit.
Let's see the type of music we can make using a sync.
Let's import the sync faucet sound. Let's crop it so we're left with this. Let's add a compressor. Let's add a gate. Thank you all for the continued support in this series. It's episode 113. And as usual, if you have a sound you want to try and make music out of, let me know in the comments. We're going to turn down the length and pitch it down. Here's our kick sound. We're going to keep the snare as is, but we're going to turn down the length a little. We're going to pitch up the hi-hat and turn down the length. Add a compressor, and here's our drum kit.
Let's see the type of music we can make using a toilet.
Let's import the toilet flush. Let's break these up into two separate sounds. Let's add a gate to the first sound. This will be our kick sound. Go follow the TikTok with the link in my bio. I just hit 50 followers, and also I'm 58 subscribers away from 1,000 on YouTube, so go subscribe to that as well. Let's pitch down the kick a little bit. Let's keep the snare sound as is. Here's our drum kit.
Let's see what type of music we can make using Minecraft.
That was bound to happen at some point. Let's import the piston sound. Let's crop the file. Here's our first sound. Let's isolate the high mids. This will be our second sound, and we're going to cut off the high end. Make sure to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm 53 subscribers away from 1,000. Let's pitch down the kick. Here's the other sound. Let's take that first sound and pitch it up. Let's turn down the length for the brush sound. Sounds like this. Let's add a compressor, tape delay, and some reverb, and here's our jazz kit.
Let's see the type of music we can make using a voice crack.
Let's import the voice crack.
Let's see what
Let's crop the file so we're left with the crack.
Let's see what
There's a pitch so we can tune it. Let's tune the sound and stretch it out. This is definitely going to be a guitar. Let's add a distortion plugin. Let's run it through an amp. Let's add some reverb.
Let's see what type of music we can make using Taco Bell.
Let's import the Taco Bell sound. This is going to be a challenge because I'm hearing 4 pitches and they're all coming at me in different spots. Let's isolate the low end. Alright, that low E is starting to come through a little more now. Let's add another EQ. Let's run it through a bass amp. We're going to export this sound. Now we can see the pitch. Now the sound's been tuned. If we take this sound up 3 octaves, 1, 2, 3, sounds like a chime. Let's add some high mids. Let's add some reverb, and now we can play Carol of the Bells.
Let's see the type of music we can make using...
Let's import. Let's turn up the clip volume. Now it sounds like this. Let's add 4 compressors, input gain all the way up. Now it sounds like this. Let's add a low pass filter. Here's our EQ curve. Let's add a second EQ. Run it through an auto-tune plugin. Now that that high G sharp has been isolated, now we can actually turn it into an instrument. If you have a sound you want me to try and make music out of, let me know in the comments. Now we have the pitch on our keyboard. This will be our EQ curve. Let's add a chorus effect. Let's add a reverb plugin. Let's add another EQ. I should have had a counter going. See how many EQs I've used. Jeez. And now I have a woodwind.
Let's see the type of music we can make using WWE.
Let's import the body slam sound. Let's crop the file and fade it out. Let's add a gate. Let's cut off the high end for the kick and snare. Do the exact opposite for a hi-hat. Who's y'all's favorite wrestler? Let me know in the comments. Let's pitch down the kick. Take that same sound, pitch it up. Here's our snare. Let's pitch up the hi-hat sound. Do you smell what this drum kit is cooking?
Let's see the type of music we can make using Minecraft.
Let's import the XP sound. Let's crop the file and fade it out. Let's cut off the high end. Let's try and isolate that note a little more. Okay, there is a reason why this note isn't showing up here. I can still hear the E flat, so I think it's fine. Let's pitch this sound down 2 octaves. Let's add a chorus effect. Let's add a reverb plugin. The lower down I go, the more I hear a major third ring out on top of the original note. This sounds like a really old cathedral bell.